Foxes fans, take a deep breath because things are tough. Wes Morgan, the legendary captain who lifted the Premier League trophy in 2016, has made no secret of his disbelief at what he has seen this season. And let's face it, who can blame him? With 61 goals conceded in 27 games, Leicester boasts the second-worst defense in the league, behind only bottom-placed Southampton. The result? A desperate fight against relegation. The Foxes are currently in 19th place, 5 points adrift of the long-awaited salvation, with just 11 games left to turn things around. After the 2-0 defeat to West Ham, Morgan was honest when talking about what went wrong. In the Championship, Leicester dominated possession and simply didn't give their opponents any chances. That was the secret to their success. But in the Premier League, it's a different story. You have to be solid defensively, and that simply hasn't happened. The reality is harsh. In the second division, Leicester controlled the game. Now, they are being swallowed up by their opponents. And this is reflected on the pitch. The team looks vulnerable, fragile, and unable to withstand the pressure when it matters most. Coach Ruud van Nistelrooy knew that the adaptation would be difficult, but perhaps even he did not imagine that it would be such a big challenge. Leicester's defense does not inspire confidence, and Morgan himself acknowledges Ruud has a huge job to do to change this mentality. The team needs to learn to withstand the pressure and weather the storm, but that simply has not happened, and the situation is not likely to get any easier. Next Sunday, March 9th, the Foxes face Chelsea at 2 p.m., and the sequence of games, a real nightmare. Manchester United, Manchester City, Newcastle, Brighton, and Liverpool. If Leicester wants to avoid relegation, it will need to defy the odds and pick up points against giants. Is there still hope? Morgan makes it clear that, despite the complicated situation, nothing is lost. Yes, the stats and statistics don't help, but Leicester are still just 5 points behind Wolverhampton, who are just above the relegation zone. A win is all it takes to change everything. The momentum can turn, and Leicester need to believe in it. However, there is one obvious problem. They are missing a key player, someone who can change the game on their own. When we compare the Foxes squad to teams like Wolves, who have players like Matheus Cunha and Rayan Aït-Nouri, the difference is clear. Leicester have some good moments in attack, but defensively, they have been a disaster. And if your defense is not solid, it is almost impossible to win games. That has been the story of the season. Leicester are against the ropes, but the battle is not lost yet. Now is the time for every player, every fan, and every member of the club to unite and fight until the last minute. Because if there is one thing this team has proven in the past, it is that we should never underestimate Leicester City. Now I ask you, fan, do you still believe in salvation? What needs to change for Leicester to escape relegation? Leave your opinion in the comments.